everybody. It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, uncle, captain, pirate captain, and goddess king. LadySpeech in the place to be. And it's the new moon in Leo. So let's do this. You know what time it is. Since it's this new moon in Leo, baby, it is time to offer up a reading to you. So I want to welcome you to this reading. If you are here, then this message is for you. If you are making it to this live and you're here in the beginning of it, you're right on time. If you make it to this live and you came in the middle, you're right on time. If you make it at the end of this live, if you make it at the end of this divination, this reading, you are right on time. If you're seeing this reading after it's been recorded, you're right on time. And if you watched it live and if you watched it recorded, baby, you know for a fact that you are right on time. Good evening, good people. Good evening, good people. Good evening, good people. Good evening, good people. It is good to see you. It is time for your divination. We have got a new moon in Leo, so this energy that we are up under tonight is juicy. I want to remind you that new moons are very good times to manifest your dreams, your goals, and your desires. So I hope you're doing that. Before this reading, I hope you wrote down some things you want, or thought about, or prayed about, or spoke into existence, some things that you want. And this cat knows I'm about to do some magic in here, and so she's made her way up here to meow at this door. You can't come in here while I'm doing magic, but if you didn't do your manifestation before this reading, I hope you do your manifestations after this reading. Okay, let's get it in. There's a few of you who said you love my shirt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For the life of me, I cannot remember who this shirt is by. By the time I post this, if I remember, I will put the where you can get this shirt. I don't even know if actually you can get this shirt anymore. This was a Facebook friend of mine. This was a company that she had. I have to look her up to see if she's still doing her thing. I will, and if she is doing her thing, I will make sure that I post where I got this shirt in the comments or in the description when I post this video. Okay, but thank you guys for your compliments on my shirt. I appreciate you. I think it's most appropriate for this new moon. I think it's most appropriate for this new moon. All right, so if I've got some OGs in the building, and I know I do. I know I got some original gangsters. I know I got some folks who are not new to this, but they're true to this. So go ahead and put a butterfly in the comments, or you know what to do because you're an OG. A purple or a blue heart in the comments. If you are new here, if you've only seen one or two lives, if you've only seen a couple of readings, if you haven't been following me long, go ahead and put a yellow or a green heart in the comments, or a caterpillar, baby. All right. Now, let's get this party started. And for those of you who are OGs, you know how we do this. Here's a little intro for those of you who are new here. This is a divination. This is a reading. I'm going to be channeling, honey. I'm going to be talking to the spirits so that we can get some messages and get some guidance and interpret some of the energy that's going on around us. In order to do this divination, I'm going to utilize cards. These are the tools I'm going to use. Now, do I need cards? Do I need tools to divine? I do not. Been doing this for over 25 years, darling. I don't need the cards, but tools are fun. Tools are fun, and I do love them. So first and foremost, let me introduce you to the Luna Sumania deck. We're going to be using this tarot deck today. We're going to also be using the Moonology Oracle deck. We are going to be utilizing the Seasons of the Witch tarot, the Samhain edition. And we're going to be messing with the Ancestors and Angels deck. As always, I'm going to put these cards in the description when I post this video so you can grab these cards if you want them, okay? Now, you know I'm always surrounded by at least 10,000 spirits. My ancestors, benevolent ancestors who wish me all the good surround me. My Orisha surround me. And my extensive Loa, my spiritual court of my Loa, follow me and surround me, as well as my other spirits. But when I do these readings, I like to bring some rock friends. So I only have one rock friend today, and this is my obsidian ball. Yes, she's lovely. She's delicious for that protection. I'm also wearing a Herkimer diamond and a moonstone diamond as well. Alrighty then, I've got my sparkling water. I'm gonna go ahead and crack that. This is the part where I invite you to get comfortable, get cozy, put on your PJs, put your earphones in, put me in the corner, you know, put me in the background, because we're gonna do what we gotta do this evening. Take some notes, do what you have to do, get comfortable. Let's do one last bit of housekeeping, and that is the collection plate, baby. This is labor, and I love to do it for you, honey. If you benefit from this labor, this emotional, this spiritual, this intellectual labor, the Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, the PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Always feel free to offer your financial appreciation for this labor. And I do want to remind you that I'm not on Instagram. I am on TikTok, but never ever has it been my practice to hit anybody up in the DMs to solicit for money or for reading. It's not it. I do give readings, and you can only book me for readings online. And I have not actually been giving readings officially at this time for the last 2 months. So if you think you've gotten a reading from me in the last 2 months, you did not. The only readings I've given is to my personal friends. So I want to mention that because there are scammers afoot. Scammers afoot. All right, let's get into it. We are going to begin with the Luna Sumania deck. The Nine of Pentacles, darling. Your wealth. The shadow aspect of this is some healing needs to be done for most, if not all of us. We need to really look at our relationship with wealth, with money. We need to look at about how we have been conditioned under white supremacy and colonialism. We need to look at how we have been conditioned to participate in classism. We need to look at that. We need to look at the way we spend our money, how we spend our money, what we are investing in. We need to look at that. For whatever reasons we need to look at that for. All of us have a different path and a different purpose. So everybody isn't supposed to own a business. Everybody's not supposed to be a millionaire. Everybody's not supposed to have the same purpose. But we all have a purpose. We all have a path. And money is a big aspect of that. Money is a huge aspect of that, okay? And so with that being said, all of us got some shit to look at when it comes to money. All of us got something to heal when it comes to money. All of us has something to examine when it comes to money. Also, a lot of us don't feel like we deserve abundance in the financial space. A lot of us, when we receive abundance, don't know what to do with that abundance in order to benefit ourselves, not only in the short term, but in the long term, okay? Some of us are abusive with that money that we get, abusive to ourselves, abusive to other people, to whatever your path and purpose is. And there's other things that we have, there's other paths in that, but whatever your path and purpose is, look at that. Look at your relationship to wealth and abundance. Look at your privilege as it relates to your relationship to wealth and abundance, and do whatever healing needs to be done. Okay. On the flip side of this, there is some financial windfalls that are coming. Some of you are going to receive financial windfalls in the form of free things. Some of you, this is going to translate into promotions or an increase in your hustle, or your hustle receiving a breakthrough so you get more money. Some of you are going to receive an inheritance, or just money out of the blue. Money that has been owed to you that you didn't know that was owed to you and now it is being paid, or money that you did know that was owed to you that is coming back to you. This is also about hard work. The work that you put in, being paid for that. The work that you put in, being paid for that. This is about working hard. This is about working smart. Okay. Money, honey, we're looking at it. Our relationship with abundance, our relationship with wealth, okay? Here's the thing. If you live in a Western country, or if you lived in a colonized space, you have a very dirty relationship with money as it relates, no matter what side of that you stand on, okay? When it comes to capitalism, when it comes to colonialism, it is based on slave economy, and that right there is all kinds of inhumane. All right, we all have a very skewed and not good relationship with money. So look at that. Look into healing that. Newsflash. Here's I'm gonna put you all up on game, and before I do that, that's why I mentioned the Cash App. LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa at gmail.com, because I'll be dropping some jewels on y'all, and you should pay for this education. In America, we live in a capitalist economy, but it is a slave based capitalist economy. This is why things look like they look like right now out in this world. This economy does not see people, it sees people as chattel. And it was founded off of treating black people like chattel. So there's a couple things in that. Wherever you stand on with your family's relationship in America, you need to look at your relationship to that and heal, do some healing around that. If you're black, you need to look at your relationship with money and heal the aspect of the fact, from the fact that black people used to be the money. If you're white, you're going to need to look at your ancestry and how they contributed to that. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of healing that needs to be done when it comes to money. On an ancestral level, on a personal level, on a this here and now level, and on a past life level. It's time to look at that. It's time to look at our relationship to abundance and wealth. It's time to redefine what abundance and wealth means for us personally. It's time to sit in what that would look like for you. It's time to do some healing around money. It's time to just look at it all around. And again, on the flip side, on the other side, there's so many sides to this. For some of you, the message is money is coming to you. Like I said before, money is coming to you. You're going to get a little windfall, a little check coming in the mail. For some free shit, You're going to get some things. You're going to get some opportunities where you can make money, where you can use your skills, where you can use your talents to make money, where you can work hard and work smart to get your money. And for some of you, the message is the work that you've been doing is about to pay off. So cash in. All right, that's it for that card from the Luna Sumania deck. We're going to move on to the next card, the Page of Swords, communication, expressing your truth, communication, and expressing your truth. How are you using your words? Are you using them for foul things? Are you using them for nefarious purposes? Are you using them to cut yourself down? Are you using them to speak an existence or a truth that's not your own? The Page of Swords reminds us of how important communication is, how important speaking our mind, speaking our truth is, but also how are you speaking your mind or your truth? Are you just being cruel? A lot of people like to say, I'm just blunt, when really you're just an a-hole. Now, I am someone who speaks directly to the truth a lot of times, and I am someone who is very blunt. A lot of that is due to my neurodivergency. And so, I'm not even going to lie, sometimes it can come off as a-hole-ish. There's a difference between being intentionally cruel and an a-hole all the time, and being a little neurospicy and actually speaking bluntly, not looking to hurt someone's feelings. There are some people who like to use the guise of, I'm just truthful, when they're really just being nasty and abusive and cruel. If you are surrounded by people like that, get yourself away from them. Get yourself away from them. And also, are you that person? It could be you who's the problem. The Page of Swords reminds us to watch our mouths, to watch our words. We really can build our world with our words. If you speak nothing but negativity, then guess what's going to show up in your world? I know it's cliche, but that actually is a thing. Your words will, and the tone that you speak things in will shape the world around you. I'm gonna tell you something. I listen to all kinds of music, but music is spells. They're animated spells, okay? It's set to a rhythm and it's repetition. When you have repetition, it's set to a rhythm, strong emotions. You can invoke things. I'm very careful about the things that I sing out loud. And I'm very careful about the things that I sing repeatedly. And even though I listen to all kinds of things, from ratchet to righteous, and I enjoy everything in between, I'm mindful of the words that I'm speaking and singing, and the tone that I'm singing it in, and the energy that I'm singing it in, because enough of that, you will call those things into your world. Okay. The Page of Swords reminds us to open up our communication, to make sure that we're communicating our needs and our wants authentically to the people that we are surrounded by. You know, people are mind readers. If you are in relationship, and that's friendship, that's platonic, that is familiar relationship, if you're relating to people, they can't read your mind. Stop dropping random hints and speak to your needs directly. Speak to what you need directly. Speak to what you want directly. And make sure you sit within yourself and make sure you know what you want and know what you need so you can speak that for real and authentically. Here's the thing about manifestation. A lot of y'all's manifestation don't be working. New moons are about manifesting things. So a lot of y'all's manifestations don't be working because the things that you're saying you want don't match up with actually what you want in your spirit and your soul, your mind and your heart. For instance, let's take relationships. There's a lot of people who pray for relationships, pray for relationships, pray for relationships. But when they really sit inside and they examine their heart, they're actually not ready for relationships, or they're scared of relationships, or they're unhealed because of trauma that they've happened in other relationships, and they're closed off to relationships. So a part of them, their brain is saying, "Yeah, I want a relationship," but their energy is saying that they don't want it. Okay, understanding and making sure that what you really want inside yourself aligns with what you're saying. A lot of people regurgitate what they think, or what they've been trained or indoctrinated to want. There's a lot of people who call for relationships because society tells you you should be in one, but if you actually sat with inside yourself, you don't want one yourself. Make sure what you're speaking, what you're manifesting aligns with actually what you want, what you desire. You're more likely to get it when it does. And if a part of you wants something different, but you're so here's an example from the flip side. So say your intellectual brain knows that you want a healthy relationship, but your heart is actually choosing to go for abusive or unhealed relationships because of the way you've been indoctrinated in the trauma you've survived, and the grooming and the conditioning that you have endured. You say you recognize that, you recognize the disconnect, and you want to align yourself, but this part of you is going for something that isn't good. Then pull back and do the work, do the healing work, do the shadow work, do the internal work to so that you can align those wants. Okay, so that you can actually call for what you want. Because here's the thing: when when you really unite, when you really integrate within yourself, then a lot of times you ain't got to do the work. All you got to do is think it. I'm always amazed. I will just think a thought randomly. I'll be out here in these streets, and this happens more and more the older I get and the deeper I get in my shadow work. I'll just think about something I want in a very fleeting way, not even focus too much energy on it. It would be like, that would make my life easier. And then 3 weeks later, 2 days later, 2 seconds later, spirit shows up with it. And that happens. Your manifestation gets so much easier when you do that shadow work associated with it. Okay? All right. So that's that for the Page of Swords. That's that message. How we doing in the comments? I'm going to check in with the comments. Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing okay? I'm going to sip a little something, something over here. One thing you're going to notice about these new moon, these full moon readings, if you are with me on a regular basis on this channel, and you participate and you watch the Sunday service readings, you know I do the affirmation box. So when I do the new moon or the cosmic readings, I don't bring the affirmation box along unless spirit tells me to. So tonight we don't have the information, not excuse me, the information, but the affirmation box. So that's a difference you will notice. But let me go ahead and check in with these comments. Is this connecting with you? Are you feeling this? Let me scroll back a little bit. So many OGs in the building. Some living Aries said, or Aries, I don't know. Your shirt is so hilarious. I love it. Thank you, baby. Salem said, I never click so fast on anything else. I like your lives. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my lives, baby. I was hoping we would get to share some time with you on this new moon. I'm trying to make it, baby. I'm trying to make it. Oh, Alondra, I love you so much. Just finish your list. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better manifest in this piece. Y'all better manifest in this piece. So many OGs in the building, some newbies in the building. Okay, lipstick. Yes, this is the lip bar. Just got this lipstick today. I'm obsessed. Honey, I'm obsessed. Someone said, what is your TikTok? Because there are several copies. Yes, there is. So let's address that. My only TikTok, well, I do have a backpack. A backup. I'm not going to share that with you guys. I'm not requesting anybody on that backup right now. So you don't have to worry about that. The relevant TikTok is LadySpeech Sankofa. You know it is mine because it has the most followers. I'm currently sitting at 430K. So that is my only TikTok, all right? You can get me on Facebook if you still do Facebook. Facebook, I have an artist page, which is LadySpeech. So you can find me on there on Facebook. Of course, this YouTube channel. The website will be out around my birthday. It'll be out around my birthday in October, okay? I'm currently looking to fight back. There's a whole video about this, so I'm not going to get into this here. But there is a video that the trouble with Instagram video talks about a lot of this, about the scammers. And know that I'm not the only one this is happening to. I'm not the only one. There's people, this is desperate times we're living in. So a lot of people are scamming really good people in order to make a buck, in order to make $1. But here's the thing though. I've been doing my spell work. So individually, I already know their lives are fucking up right now. And please know, every single dime that they have scammed and taxed y'all, I'm calling for all of that. That they're getting triple that ass whooping from me energetically. Just know that. Just know that. All right. Alrighty then, let me get back into these comments and we're gonna keep it pushing. Okay, we good here. Nice to know that I'm not the only one with the singing. Sometimes as much as I want to sing a song, it feels wrong to sing some. Exactly. Listen to your ratchet music. Listen to whatever you want to listen to, but be mindful of what you repeat on a regular basis. So here's the thing too. I have moments like I will be if I'm feeling aggy because I'm human and you can communicate with spirit. If I'm feeling some type of way and there is a song and I'm gonna just acknowledge this broke ass nail. Let's just go ahead and call it. It's raggedy. But it's okay. I'm still a good person. I'm going to get the shit fixed. You could be back to the reading. You could be in your ratchet ass energy, honey. You could be feeling some type of way and in a mood, okay? It's not that you have to deny those parts of yourself, but be mindful and make sure you set the space. When I'm feeling in a particularly aggy mood, I make sure I communicate to spirit that like, I'm in the mood to vent. I just need to get things out. I need to express, I need to work things out. Like, do not take this don't act on this. Like, I'm super clear about that. Especially the older I get, the more I am very crisp about that. About really expressing that sentiment to the universe. Like, what I'm about to say is a part of my process of working shit out. I'm not about manifesting anything I'm about to say right now. I'm working things out. I'm processing. And so because of that, I'm able to have moments where I can sing those songs, or I can do those things, say those things, because a lot of healing, a lot of getting to the goodness is working through the muck of things, is working through the mud of things. You can never be afraid to work through the muck. You can never be afraid to work through the mud of things, okay? And working through the muck and the mud of things sometimes means you're going to have to say really ugly things. You're going to have to acknowledge really ugly things about yourself or about a situation But acknowledging those things, saying those things is often the way to move through those things, to get to the bottom of things, to really clear things out at their root. And if you set the space, you can do that work without receiving those consequences of that thing manifesting. All right. So there's, there's that. I hope that made some sense. All righty there. And everybody saying, someone who said amen. Don said amen. Woohoo. All right. Don also said these cards are speaking my truth. I struggle with working smart and not being so negative. Jennifer said called out and confirmed. Greatly appreciated. All right. All right, you good people. Let's keep it pushing. Living area said, phone is about to die, but I'm so glad I caught you live tonight. Thanks, Captain. You are welcome, my love. Thank you for joining us. Plug that phone in. Do what you got to do for the rest of the night. You know I'm going to post this, so please feel free to join us at a different time. All right. All right, let's keep it pushing. I'm going to move on to the Moonology deck. Y'all ready? Let's keep it going. Don't let pride get in your way. This is the Moonology deck that we're in right now. This is the full moon in Leo card. The message of this card is don't let pride get in your way. We know the energy of Leo, which is actually, I think this is funny with the universe, this is the new moon in Leo. And this is the full moon in Leo card. So funny, universe has jokes. Into way. Confidence. Get your confidence up, baby. Walk into your dreams, your goals, your desires, your opportunities. The opportunity that is presented in front of you right now, walk into it with confidence. Acknowledge your fears. Process that shit. Then lay it to rest, lay it down, and move forward. Move forward, darling. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward in confidence. But balance is key. Don't let your ego, don't let your pride get in the way. Let me tell you something. You is special, but you ain't the only special one on the block. Don't get caught up. But you also should be tooting your own horn, honey. You are the shit. You are so amazing. You are so dope. So you need to walk into your talents. You need to walk inside of your magnificence and your glory. You need to walk towards your goals, confident that you got this. You can handle what's coming before you. And you need to be humble enough to accept the help, the guidance, and the loving critique. Loving critique. Loving critique. Not abusive critique. From people who are here to help you advance. But don't let your pride get you caught up. Don't let your ego get you caught up, baby. Don't let your ego get you caught up. Don't let your pride get you caught up. Don't get caught up out here not receiving a message because you don't like the messenger. Be confident. But confidence doesn't mean you can't be checked. I often tell y'all that you can't cancel me. And you can't cancel me. You can't. I am uncounselable. I'm one of those people you can't cancel. If you try to cancel LadySpeech, you're not going to do it. Because here's the thing. It's not that I'm above reproach or getting checked. I have a community around me that is so thorough about checking me. They've already gotten to me before you did. They see me way more intimately. My problems show up to them first, and long before y'all ever see anything. And they are quick to show me where my slip is showing, where I'm slipping up, where I'm not being the best. This is why you can't cancel me, because I do my work. And I'm going to be honest, I do not like it when my friends, when my loved ones, when my elders have to check me about something, a behavior, when I have to be corrected, when I have to be checked about something. I don't like that. But what I value more than my ego is being a good person. What I value more than my ego is being a good leader, is being a good dominatrix, is being a good friend, is being a good village member, is being a good lover, is being a good, all the things that I am. I value that above my pride. So I do honor my feelings though. Initially, when folks come to me to say, yo, shit is stinking, I will definitely be like, well, yours is too. And then I'll get it together. Because usually 9 times out of 10, they right. If they're close enough to me to tell me about me, they right. More than likely, they right. And I just keep it pushing. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let it get in the way. Don't let it get in the way. And then for some of you, you need to get a little more pep in your step about who you are. You need to put some more respect on your name. There are some of you who you need to stop and take inventory of how much you've overcome, how many cycles you've broken, how much work you've done, how much you've grown, how far you've come, how different you are. Some of you used to be so broken. Some of you used to break people so bad. Some of you were not good people. Some of us were crafted to be crazy folks who hurt other people. And then we grew. We overcome. Some of us have done some wild things to people, our friends, in the name of just us being unhealed. And somewhere along the line, we started healing and became different. Put some respect on your name. Put some respect on how far you've come. Put some respect on your progress. Put some respect on your greatness, your glory. Put some respect on that. And then act accordingly. All right, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. One of the things that is going to be prevalent about this reading tonight, this divination, is communication. The answers you need are coming, so get quiet. Make sure you pray. Make sure you pray when it's appropriate. Ask the questions of your spirits. And I just want to acknowledge that y'all can see this background moving. That's because the fan is going. It's because it's hot as hell, honey. So, but it looks like it's breathing behind me. Get quiet after asking your questions. When you pray, when you ask Creator, when you ask God, when you ask Spirit something, ask it with your full heart, be as articulate as you can, and then be quiet and listen for the answer. And accept the answer when it comes. And sometimes the answer is not going to make you happy. 7 to 8 times out of 10, the answer is going to make you joyous and it's going to make you feel good. Those 2 to 3 times out of 10, it's not going to be a fun answer. 10 times out of 10, you're going to get the answer you need to make the best decision to move forward, to guarantee a better future for yourself. Except some of those 2 to 3 times, it's not going to be pleasant, but you can still use that information to move forward in a positive way and in an advancing way. The full moon in Gemini card also speaks to speaking to your needs, speaking to your wants, speaking to your desires, communicating and articulating where you're at effectively. I want to remind you guys that nobody's okay right now. Nobody's okay. Those of us who are doing the best understand that we are existing in a very ever-changing world. There's lots of craziness that's going down. Things are wild right now. So very wild right now. And those of us who are doing the best have better days because we acknowledge that we are not okay, and you manage that on a day-to-day basis. And you know that some days you're going to just succumb to the sadness. You're going to succumb to the process. We're human. There's a lot going on right now. So, number 1, take care of yourself. And the best way to take care of yourself is working to get in contact with knowing what you need and what you want and what you require. And even if you don't know that, being able to identify where you're at and what's going on with you, and to be able to communicate that to the people around you is going to go a long way. Communication is going to be key, all right? And it's really important to remember, like, right now, because people aren't okay, a lot of elaborate communication is going to get lost in the struggle. Keep things simple, direct, and blunt. As someone who likes nuance and believes in nuance and who adds a lot of nuance to a lot of conversations, I also understand how important it is to speak to the basics sometimes, and think sometimes we can't be nuanced. Sometimes we just gotta be very clean and clipped in our speech and direct and blunt. And again, we talked about earlier, you ain't gotta be an a hole. You ain't gotta be an a hole, but blunt, direct communication. Speaking of communication, make sure you're listening. And make sure, and like, you're gonna need to listen to what's being said and also what's being said that was left unsaid. You're going to need to listen to not only what is being said, but what to the context of what is being said, tone of what is being said. Because sometimes there's 8 different things being said, even though there's one main communication that's happening. Okay. All right. We're gonna need to get articulate about what we need versus what we want. We're gonna need to honor both as much as we can, but also get articulate about what we need and what we want. And being proactive about going about meeting those things. Okay. And again, listening. Are we listening? You talking a lot, but are you listening? Are you listening to the people around you? Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to God? Are you listening to Spirit? Are you listening to the guidance as it is being given to you? Are you listening? Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to your inner guidance? Are you listening to your guides? Are you listening to your spiritual court, your spiritual team? Are you listening to Creator? Are you listening to Earth? Are you listening to your heart? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Let's check in with these comments. Y'all still doing all right? Ooh, y'all still doing all right? Self-love and self-acceptance comes first. Yes, Raven 5241. Yes, yes. Whitney. Message, LadySpeech voice. You follow me. You've been following me for a while. Message. I appreciate you. I do. Let me see. Feeling that message of healing myself first. I also had that thought earlier today as I asked how to heal my relationship with my parents. Self. Exactly. Exactly. Heal yourself first, baby. The first step is you. The first step is you. Jennifer said, definitely need to up my confidence. That's right. That's right. Put some respect on yourself, you know? And a lot of times we're not confident because we're not taught to take inventory of our triumphs and what we've overcome. We are only taught to value ourselves through a capitalistic lens. What can you add to this society? How can you lend to making a richer person's dream come true who's never going to care about you or be connected to you at all? Yeah, that's how you got into that. That's how we got into that. But in the end, you need to kind of divorce yourself from that and put some respect on your accomplishments, baby. Put some respect on your accomplishments. Put some respect on your amazingness. And walk into your dreams, your goals, your passions with confidence. And here's the thing. Confidence does not mean walking into something with confidence is not about not understanding that you might mess up, you might make mistakes. You can still hold confidence and understand and make space for your humanity. Ego is walking into a space thinking you are infallible. Confidence is walking into a space knowing that you are human and honoring your magnificence and your grace and honoring your imperfection and where things are not so great. And if you have a human experience in that, which includes messing up or not doing so great, you'll be able to give yourself grace and mercy. Grace and mercy. Grace and mercy. Right, we're going to move on to the Seasons of the Witch cards. The Goat. 13. Fearless, I am on in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. The goat, giving Capricorn energy. It's giving Capricorn energy. It's giving climb higher. It's giving go higher. It's giving step out of your comfort zone and go to the highest peak of who you are. It's giving you're playing small. It's giving it's time to step into your power. The greatest to ever do it, baby. The greatest to ever do it. The goat. Greatest of all time. It's time to step into your goat era. We like to say, I'm in my villain era. I don't know about you guys. My villain era happened in my 20s. I'm in my greatest of all time era. Greatest of all time, and you should be too, no matter what age you are. If you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, if you're in teens, if you're in your 40s and your 50s, your 60s. If I'm talking to you right now, you need to be really manifesting your greatest of all time energy. Greatest of all time. Step into your magnificence. Quit playing small. Quit playing small. Dream big and work smart to back that up. Stop playing small. I mean, yeah. I can't really say anything else. Listen, I am a former, and I guess you never and never not, because I'm still doing things. I'm a theater kid. And I remember the first time I was on stage. I was really little. And I had to be like, this was a show for like, I was really little. I had to be like in the third grade. Yeah, I was in the third grade. And from the moment I got on that stage, I was like, wait a minute. There is something I get about. I need to be here. I like this. I like the rehearsal. I like the everything from the beginning to the end. I liked it. And then I went and my parents. Fast forward a few years later, something about it was like, this is home. Fast forward a few years later, my parents, my father, and he did a lot of abusive things. He was a bastard in a lot of cases, but a few things I do value him for. He introduced me to the arts. I remember he took us to a performance, the Alvin Ailey Company. I remember that. And even though I knew I didn't want to be a professional dancer. I knew dance lived in my heart, but it was something about being center and on stage. I was like, no, there's something. I understood what they were doing. I understood that they moved me. I understood like their message wasn't just about aesthetics. I wanted to be that, and I wanted to be the star. I wanted to be up in center. I didn't want to be a background aspect of that production. I wanted to be the star. And so then I went after being the star of my life. I tell this story to say this. If you have the dream of being the star, do not settle for being the grip. Do not settle for being the director. Do not settle for being a background hand. Go for the star role. It is time to stand up and be the person you've always wanted to be. It is time to stand up and be the artist, to be the teacher, to be the event producer, to be the student, to be the whatever the hell, to be the mechanic, to be the hairdresser, to be the healer, to be the whatever it is, to be the leader. It is time for you to answer your calling and stand up and be the greatest all-time version of who you are. And that is what the universe is calling you to do. So as you are writing your list tonight, if you already wrote your list, I want you to go back and revisit your list and make sure you are manifesting things that are going to help you be the greatest version of who you are. And you don't need to settle. Stop playing small with your list and your manifestations. Manifest the greatest version of of your life. You have no idea how long you have to live on this earth. So you might as well play it big. You might as well play it big. You might as well play it big the entire time. Why are you playing small? Play it big, honey. Play it big. It's time. It's time to push yourself into the greatest version of who you are. It's time to push yourself into the greatest version of who you were born to be. It's time to push yourself into the greatest manifestation of yourself. You're playing too small, you're playing too small, you're playing too small, you're playing too small. Moving on. Y'all right out there, you're still doing okay. Let me get a hallelujah if you're still doing all right. Let me get a witness if you're getting slightly called out. Be the number one card. Literally, number one. Don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many tastes to explore. Expand your palate, darling. Stop limiting yourself, darling. Now, there's a few messages, different interpretation. Same message, different interpretation. Some of you need to broaden your tastes when it comes to food, when it comes to art, when it comes to your career path, when it comes to lovers, when it comes to books, when it comes to music. What do bees do? They don't stick to just one type of flower or plant. They pollinate different types of plant. If you can be pollinated, then the bee is going to be an ecological whole. And we love that. Because the bee is not just loyal to one plant, we have such a diversity and a beauty and an abundance of goodness, food, glorious art. The bees do that. You see, if the bees die, we die. The bees are so diverse in what they like. So many different types of flowers, so many different types of plants. The act of them pollinating all those different plants creates such a vibrant life and a diverse life for us. Do you see where Spirit is going with this? Don't just drink from one experience. Broaden your mind. You grow, you expand, you become more when you let yourself have a divinely guided, diverse experience when it comes to life. Get out of your comfort zone. TLDR. Get out of your comfort zone. That's really what this means. Get out of your comfort zone, honey. Step out of your box that you made for yourself. Do something different. Move. Say yes to an experience that scares you, but the universe says yes, you should take it because it's going to grow you. Let yourself experience new things in the name of your growth, in the name of your expansion. Pollinate many flowers, little bee. Pollinate many flowers. Some of you, this is a very sexual thing. You need to be messing with more than one person. You need to polyamorous your life up. You need to explore alternative ways of having relationship. Some of you, this is about diversifying your friendship, your friends, your friend zones. Some of you, this is about diversifying, getting you out of your family. You just be hanging out with your family. You need to be hanging out with more people than that. And some of you, this is about having more experiences, stepping out of the box, doing new things, exploring new aspects of your city, of your world, of yourself, of your friendships. Step out the box, pollinate many and different flowers. All right, my beautiful people, how are we doing out there? We're still doing all right. I am knocking this stand around a lot more than I usually am, so I apologize for the, all the movement in the cameras. I keep bumping this. Y'all doing all right. I got a lot of witnesses and hallelujahs in the building. I love it. I love it. I love it. Dawn said the arts are the best. I'm so excited that you got to see Alvin Ailey, the Alvin Ailey Company. Me too. Me too. I will tell you this. My childhood was very dichotomous. I experienced a lot of extremes, a lot of extremes. From abuse to poverty to like, I never was rich growing up, but I did experience an aspect of upper middle class life for a little minute. Got to see the Alvin Ailey Company, got to experience what it is to go to five-star restaurants and have that experience, international things. And also had a very humbling hood life experience as well. But I do remember that experience changing my life. It made me understand the power of this stage. In the I got it. It all came together for me. The Alvin Ailey Company, and it was just such a moving experience. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that in this video, but it was beautiful. I'm grateful for the arts. The arts absolutely changed my life. All right, let me check in with these comments. Black Regina George said, just read me for the filth. Why don't you? Just reading for the filth. Why don't you? I appreciate you so very much. Yeah, Dragon said, maybe just slightly called out. I love y'all. Jennifer said, when you're about to start college and you're trying new things, that's right. Just caution. And also, here's the thing about trying new things: be open to spirit. Be open to the way universe puts new things into your world, but also divine on everything. Listen, yes, I am definitely promoting try new things and be open, but in the spirit of safety, listen to your spirit. Listen to creator, listen to your spirit guides, listen to them. If you trying out new things and spirit says no to this thing, do not bypass that. If your instincts say no to this things, do not bypass that. I have had a lot of really beautiful experiences, and most of those were because I followed my gut. But there were definitely a few times where I was living my life happy go lucky and happened upon an experience, and spirit very clearly said, you better back the hell up, and we don't want you going through that door. And me not going through that door saved my life. So moderation and balance in all things, honey. Moderation and balance in all things. All right, last cards of the reading. You ready? Are 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 you ready? Let's get this done. The Warrior. This card came up in the Sunday reading. This card has actually come up a lot in the last couple readings because you need to prepare yourself. Number one, put your fear in check. In check. In check. Not in submission, but in check. Put your fear in check. Do not let it rule you, but let it influence you in the ways that it's supposed to. Do not let your fear keep you from your dreams, your goals, your desires, from the things that you need to accomplish. Do not let your fears, your irrational fears most especially, stop you from experiencing the joys of life, from relationships, stop you from elevating. Don't let your fear do that. Fear is in place to keep you from losing your life, to keep you from dangerous things. You should be to keep your awareness heightened, to keep you learning, to keep you from hurting yourself severely, so respected. We don't want to ever put fear in submission to a space where it is in submission to us. Fear is there for a reason. It needs to do what it does. But you do need to come into balance and in communion with it. And you cannot let it rule your life. You need to be able to walk with it. And then also sometimes you need to be able to quiet it down. You need to be a warrior because things is hairy out here in these streets. Never get too relaxed. People are not okay. There are a lot of you walking around here like you just won't get robbed. Like you won't get beat up. Like we're not in desperate times. Honey, in America, there's a housing crisis. Actually, in every Western country, no one's okay. In third world, underdeveloped countries, quote unquote, I hate using that, no one's okay. People out here desperate as hell. You're not immune to that. So look alive out here in these streets. Warrior doesn't mean you out here cussing everybody out. You out here smacking everybody. Nah, sometimes you have to meet someone's aggressiveness with chillness because they might have the upper advantage over you. Like they have an armed weapon or they have something else that they could use in your life. Being the warrior is about being able to read the room and being in control of your energy and also being in control of your skill set so you can use that to defend yourself and others. Being a warrior is about standing up for yourself when and where it is appropriate and where it is needed. Stand your ground. Don't let nobody disrespect you. But also, be balanced about your shit. That warrior energy, you're going to need to use that and utilize that. There are times when you're going to need to speak out and stand up for someone who can't do it for themselves. There's going to be times you need to do that for yourself when you feel powerless. You're going to still need to find something inside of you to stand up and defend yourself. Warrior, you're going to need to defend this earth. As children of the earth, it is our duty to defend it. We're going to need to fight against corporations who are hell-bent on disrespecting it. Warrior, tap into that any way you need to. For some of you, it's a very direct message. Get back into the gym, get back into the yoga, get back into training your body, training your mind on the warrior aspect. Get back into training your mind, take your chess lessons, read your books, talk to the elders, train. Stand in your warriorhood. Remember that being a warrior is about courage and bravery. Bravery. That goes my speech impediment. Bravery. Courage and bravery. Courage. Scared and doing it anyway. Pissing your pants and doing it anyway. You're going to need that sometimes because you can't get rid of fear. Sometimes you just got to have courage and do it anyway. Pee your pants and do it anyway. And then sometimes you're going to need to actually get rid of fear. Yeet it away from you and be brave. There are going to be times where you can't have fear. You have to move through the situation without fear. Bravery and fear, both a part of warriorship. Learn it and make it your friend. Medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. Last card of the reading. You know what you need to do. Medicine mother, sit down and present yourself for this spiritual spanking right now. Quit engaging in those destructive activities that do nothing but bring you down. For some of you, you need to get really real about your substance abuse and the fact that it's not doing anything good for you. For some of you, you need to get back into the gym, get back to training your body. For some of you, the message is stop messing with those toxic people, be it your family, be it your partners, be it your lovers, be it your friends, be it your co-workers. Medicine mother comes into the reading with the loving sternness of a mother. I want you to succeed, and right now you are the one who is standing in your way. Get your ass up and fix it. No, you can't fix everything, but there are some things you can fix that you need to. You can drink some more water. You can get up and do your little exercises at home. You can go to the gym. You can make a better decision. Your inner guide. Sometimes we need somebody else. Sometimes we need something outside of us to tell us what to do. A lot of times you just need yourself. The medicine mother reminds us to mother yourself. Get your ass up. Somebody's got to tell it to yourself. Get your ass up and get to work. Trust it. Own it. Trust it. Own it. I honor your inner knowing. Honor what you know you need to do to make things happen. Honor the mothering spirit within yourself. Ooh, excuse me. Now here's the thing. Some of you had good mothers, some of you didn't. All of us had a real good mother in Mother Earth. So even if you had a bad mom, and I can attest to that, even if you had a good mom, I can also attest to that too, because I had a stepmom she was pretty good when she wasn't under the influence of my father. When she had her own ideas and was able to do her own thing with me, she did pretty good. No matter what type of influence you have when it comes to mothering, know that you can mother yourself in a healthy and beautiful way. You can learn to do that with healing and with learning, expanding and growing. Also, know that mothering is not always nice. Sometimes your mama gotta yell at you in order to save your life. Sometimes you can't coddle your child into greatness. It doesn't mean that you need to abuse your child all the time. But sometimes there are days when you coddle and you insulate and protect your child from everything. And sometimes the best thing to do for your child is support them, but let them be exposed to the elements so they can learn. Medicine Mother is a call for you to call on your inner mother, to call on your inner guide, to call on the inner wisdom that's inside of you, to trust it, to listen to it, to let it guide you towards your highest good. Medicine Mother reminds us that we are a wealth of knowledge, that our experiences, good, bad, ugly, and in between, our book knowledge, our intellectual intelligence, our spiritual, emotional intelligence, all of this is valid here. And this has given us wisdom that we can rely on and build upon in order to create a good and better life for ourselves. Medicine Mother reminds us that we all have medicine inside of us, at the very least for ourselves. And some of us have medicine for others. Well, all of us have medicine for our ancestors. When we heal, we give that healing to our ancestors. We give that medicine to our ancestors. Listen to your inner knowing. Listen to your inner guide. All right, good people. And that's that on that. This has been your new moon in Leo reading. Cash App, LadySpeech. Venmo, LadySpeech Sankofa. PayPal, LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Go ahead and give me a little gas money, baby, because I took you to church and dropped you off at school. Let me know in the comments if this reading connected with you, if you enjoyed it, if it gave you some good things. A lot of you have already done that. You let me know that this was something that has given you a good message, good word. And I'm glad that I could be here for you. It is my honor and my pleasure to share space with you. Thank you for hearing me, for making space for me, for listening, and for allowing me to be here with you. I hope your new moon manifestations are everything wonderful. I hope you are absolutely true to your authentic heart's desire in regards to healing, in regards to finance, in regards to love, in regards to whatever it is you're looking to manifest. I hope you know you're beautiful. You're absolutely divine. You are a love letter from the ancestors to us. And I thank you for surviving everything you have survived. I thank you for your support. And there are so many good changes coming on this channel that I can't wait to share with all of you. All right. Feel free to share this on your social media networks. Feel free to follow me. Again, I am on TikTok, LadySpeech Sankofa, all one word. That is my main account, and you'll know that you're following me because I have 430 K followers as of right now. It's the account that has the most. I'm not on Instagram, but I am on Facebook. And I am on Twitter, honey. My Twitter is LadySpeech. I've got some really good announcements for this channel, some changes that I feel really good about. So stay tuned for the next couple videos. You'll see everything that's going down. And on that note, I love you. Just in case no one has told you today, you are divine. You are absolutely beautiful. You are so needed on this planet. And I'm so happy you survived everything you survived. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting me. And on that note, happy new moon in Leo, my loves. May all of our manifestations and our dreams come true. May we heal ourselves and our communities and others by living in our authentic, beautiful, genuine truths. And may we heal and break cycles. I love you. I live you. Thank you. Thank you.